part about receiving all of your Hallmark cards is answering all the questions you write in there for us. You have asked some great ones, and we have your answers.
Yes.
So I'm joined with Paige right now, and over in the craft room, Ken and Cam are hanging out.
Yep.
We're going to answer some questions for you as well, but we're going to start with you, Paige.
Okay.
All right, the first question comes from Rose Nino. She says, Paige, how can I keep the shower extension rod from falling all the time? Oh, this is a good question.
Yes.
It's so frustrating, and nobody claims they did it because nobody wants to place it back up. Help. Oh, no, one of those.
I know it is. It can be annoying, so I understand. So first we're going to hang a tension rod. So the first thing you want to do, Debbie, if I can get your help there, enlist the help of somebody because you want this to be so hard to put into place. Like, it shouldn't be this easy. It should be really, really hard. And especially if you have tile up above, you can make it really tight and then pull it down with all your might. You want to like,
Oh my gosh, look at that. This
it should be like, yeah, it should be that tight. So that's the first thing. If you've already tried that, which I understand, like, come on, Paige, I've tried tightening it. Here's some other things you can do. They sell these products. This one's called a Mazer Bath, but it's also a little intrusive. So I'm going to take this over here. This goes below. It'll help it stay, but does it look the best? That's up to you.
Interesting.
So what we can do, if we don't want to do that, is we can actually take it down, and apply things to the end. So the first thing is this. You can see, and this is an extender rod, and all it does is help keep it aligned on your tile or your linoleum, whatever you have there on the wall.
Because
you
of the
feel
friction.
That? Yep,
Yeah.
the friction. Also, you're going to be adding something. So with these three products, the same thing with this. But if it does come with screws, don't use screws because you don't want to actually go into tile or whatever, or fiberglass, whatever yours is made out of. So just use maybe some Velcro. These are just Velcro fasteners. You can use both of those. You can also use fashion tape. Look at how crazy that is.
Interesting.
You can do fashion tape on the end or these little restickable dots. So once those kind of create their own friction, you put it back on the wall, put it up, and it's going to stay for a lot longer.
All right, it's going to give you
more
more support. All right, so while we do this, we're going
Okay.
to throw it over to Cam and Ken. What are you guys doing in there?
Well, first of all, we're impressed. We got lots of options there. I love how you gave people many different options. You guys keep working. Ken, this next question is for you, and it comes from Rita Phelps in Bowie, Maryland. She says, hey, Ken, I like to do crafts, but I've collected a huge amount of tools and supplies. What secret do you have to organize it all so that I can easily find what I have and not have and buy something else?
So Rita, I'm going to take you through what we've done in our craft room because at home, all my stuff is in boxes and I can find nothing, so I'm with you. So do as I say, not as I do.
All right.
First of all, let's start with pegboard, with your wall space.
Okay.
Pegboard's a great classic way of organizing. Usually one thinks you need a huge space for that, but look what we did here. You can take small pieces of pegboard, put them in picture frames, and hang those up. And what's great is those are very adaptable, and everything is visually where you can see it. That's really the key. You want it so that you can see it and you can grab it.
I love that.
The next thing I want to say is fabric. Fabric ends up piled in big bins. What I've gotten here is just these multi-pant hangers. You see these in the store where you can hang like 6 pairs of pants. Use those for your fabric. You can fold them up neatly, see all your options, hang that either on a rod or on a peg. Very easy to do.
I love that one too.
The next thing, I want to go back, Rita, to the whole visual thing. You want to make sure that you can know what you have, and I think color is important. So everything here is color organized. Notice our thread on the wall. So if I need red thread, I can look immediately, see exactly where it is. Same thing with our paints and our markers. Organize everything by color.
That looks so good.
Last little bit of advice I want to say is put everything, unlike me in cardboard boxes, in clear containers. Mason jars, pickle jars, clear bins. If you look up there, all the bits and bobs, I can look up there and immediately say, oh, I've got shell beads, I've got wood dowels, I don't have that. And so you're not going through a whole bunch of...
Bits and bobs are the technical term for it there, just to let you know.
It is. Look it up in the dictionary.
Ken, you're fantastic. This craft room is fantastic. Hopefully that was helpful. I think, in the meantime, I think Deb's made her way over to the kitchen.
I have.
Good. Okay, so you're there alone because you got a question right now from Sarah Hammond. She's got a question about the oh-so-fickle phyllo dough. She asked, Debbie, do you have any tips for working with phyllo dough sheets Every time I attempt it, it ends up being a mess.
You're not alone. Phyllo is finicky. She is a real prickly situation, so you have to treat her very gingerly. I call her.
Oh, she's got a personality.
She
I like
has
that.
a real personality, and it's not a good one once she dries out. So what you want to do is, Sarah, once you get the phyllo dough, if it's frozen, you want to thaw it out in your refrigerator overnight for 24 hours. Just let it do its thing. Then take it out. Once you take it out of the package and you roll it out, this will be in the center of the package. If you accidentally threw this away, you can use just some plastic wrap. That's fine as well. You want to cover your phyllo dough just like this, and you want to get a damp dish towel and cover that. Because if this stays out too long, it starts to crumble and crack, and then you can't make your beautiful baklava or any of the pastries that you're making. Now, we rolled this out about 7 minutes ago. Without this, let me tell you, this would have been crinkly and cracked and broken. But because of that damp dish towel, look at this. Oops, oops, but see how fragile it is? You just have to be very fragile with it, but it didn't crack. It ripped, but it didn't crack. Look at that. There you go. And then she won't be finicky. You just have to treat her nicely. Treat her like a lady, and she'll treat you like a lady.
Wow, that's sort of a good life lesson there too,
Yeah.
Deb. I mean, it's
Look
good
at
for
that.
life. It's good for phyllo dough.
Beautiful pieces.
Nicely done.
They're not crumbly.
Way to
Thank
go.
you. Hopefully this is going to help you when you make all your pastries for the holidays, and maybe I'll make something with phyllo dough coming up. And thank you to everyone who wrote in. For more information, you can go to hallmarkchannel.com, and please keep sending us your cards and your messages and your questions to our mailbox along our Facebook page, because we love hearing from you.